Hey there. Welcome in. This is Rose Bruce with the Budding Intuitive. I'm going to do a pick a card today for September. So what is coming up in September, and we'll investigate what the current energy is, what the unexpected energy coming in might be, unexpected or unknown, what blocks are showing up, and then some advice. So I pulled some pre-cards to kind of choose the theme for each pile. We're starting here with pile number 1. One of the most beautiful shells I've ever found, on the beach. Pile number 2. Still a beautiful shell, but it has a little damage. So if that speaks to you in some way, right? I see this, I feel when I look at this, I'm like, yeah, maybe a little hole in the heart or something like that. Some hurt, maybe some heartbreak, but that's the way I see it. So maybe different for you. Maybe you see that hole in a completely different way. Perfectly imperfect, right? Pile number 3, another one of my favorite. Still has sand in it. I'm spilling sand everywhere. Its own little bit of damage there, right? So in a different place within the spiral, going inward. So yeah, this could be some internal wounding of some kind, but hey, let's not get too deep, right? With just the shells. They are speaking loudly already, right? And then this shell right here, I got this in the Turks and the Caicos. This is like a developing conch shell, right? Oh, it's so beautiful. They're so amazing. I've got a bigger one too. This one seems not quite developed yet. Still growing, right? Look at you can see that, like it's almost like the skull joints growing together almost. Is that, I don't know why that's showing up, but maybe it'll mean something in the reading, maybe it won't. We'll see. So choosing pile 1, 2, 3, or 4 intuitively. Remember not to sit here and stare at them and think, well, should I go with 1, 2, 3, or should I go with 1? Should I go with... Just your first intuitive hit, which means whichever one stands out for whatever reason. Maybe it stands out because the corner of the card's different. I mean, my intuition usually picks up on things that are out of the ordinary. Like this one stands out because of this, or this one stands out because of this. And so I keep getting drawn to the exact same one. So close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths. When you open your eyes, just zero in on the one that speaks to you, either visually or maybe you feel it in your body in some way, or it tugs at your heart in some way. That's the one you want to choose. And remember this, the theme is what's going to come up for you in September. What are the energies around September for you? So that being said, let us begin our pile number 1, and we are at 308, so I'm going to pause. All right, pile number 1s. Love the deep, dark richness of the browns of this. I know I'm obsessed. I can't help it. Put it up there, get it out of here so I stop playing with it. So first and foremost, I'm going to pull, so the first card I want to look at for you is what archetype energy you're showing up as. You're showing up as the angel. It came up in the reverse, so I'm going to go with the shadow side, but I'll read the light attribute as well in case you're kind of teeter-tottering in between the shadow and the light aspect of this archetype. So light attribute, helping those in need with no expectation of return. Or are you in the shadow attribute, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance? Now, why on earth would a light worker do that, other than if they're feeling a little bit insecure in some way, right? But you tell me where you're showing up. It did show up in the reverse, so I'm going to kind of look at the energy of the shadow here as we do the reading and see how it applies. Acting innocent or angelic to mislead others. Falsely came to be. Okay, let's move on. Let's see what comes up for you. So this first pile, let me make sure you can see everything going on here. Right. So the first pile is your current energy, unfinished symphony. So here's your unfinished symphony in reverse. 10 card. We'll look at the numerology as well. The unexpected or the unknown pile is the Andean Cross, which I will probably read the passage from that book because it's said so well, and I can never say it better than they do, although I'm trying. I am trying, because I don't want to sit here and read to you, right? Who wants to be read to? The blocks that are showing up for you, detach from drama, look up. 37 card, when we add that together, you got a 10, my friend. Another 10, 10, 10. Then, oh wow, you just got 3 10s. This is the advice pile. Yes, this is the advice. I'm going to pull some tarot after this as well, but this is the general theme. So let's take a look at what kind of message is showing up here. So the unfinished symphony card, right? So with this unfinished symphony, again, a 10 card, there's maybe a holding on here to something that keeps coming up for you, showing up for you over and over and over again. Maybe there's a delay in forward movement. And this being a 10 card, that means you're about to start a new cycle. You're closing out something, but something keeps showing up again and again in your life. It might have something to do with this drama card over here, but we'll see as we move along. It's in the reverse. It is a nudge to release whatever this situation is, whatever person needs to be released, whatever, and chances are whatever this is you're releasing is something that is no longer for your highest good. And you know, and you usually have a deep knowing about what that is, because you are about to begin, you're about to walk through this portal, connecting to, and you know what, I do want to read, because the passage for this is really short, so let me read it for you. The Andean cross announces the start to a great journey. Of course, after the 10 becomes, I'm surprised this isn't a 1 card, because 1 is like the Fool card, starting the new journey. That's the energy I feel from this card. You're like, this is the Fool card. You're a little bit afraid. See that unfinished symphony, you're afraid to let go of something here to move into through this new portal for you. It's time to raise your gaze from the mundane day-to-day to that which until now has seemed beyond your grasp. Allow new wisdom to guide you and stop trying to make sense of it all before you respond with a resounding yes. It's saying, again, 2 cards saying the same thing. It is time to begin this new journey. So you may be stalling in some way, something, like I said, maybe some fearful to you. This symbol, this Andean cross, represents the cosmology of a shaman. It depicts the 4 cardinal directions, the upper and lower worlds, and the steps to reach these realms. So you may be stepping into some type of shamanic path, some spiritual path, some healing light worker path. This portal is to take you into, into the 5D, to move out of the 3D, the mundane 3D, into the 5D. This is where we connect with higher states of awareness, right? And get free of linear time, right? Because in the 3D, we're walking in the linear time. This is asking you to start living more in the energetic realm, right? So we'll get more information here around what this is all about here in a second. You may already know. Blocks. So this is in the unexpected or unknown pile, in the row. This row represents unexpected or unknown. So is this new spiritual path something you weren't aware of? Is it something that you really didn't think? Maybe you're leaving behind a job or a career that has just been kind of, you keep doing it over and over and over again, but in the end, at the end of the day, it sucked your energy and your soul dry. There's nothing left there. That's just an example. It could be any situation. It could be a relationship that has sucked you dry. So something that has been detrimental to your health, possibly. And this may be on your radar, but what may be unexpected or unknown is that you're about to embark on a new spiritual path. So that's very interesting, right? I can't wait till we get more information. Blocking you from this path, from this ending, is some drama. The girl on this card is looking very depressed, very stagnant. some type of drama created in life, and it could be drama you've created for yourself, okay? Or the other option is other people coming into your life and creating drama. And what can drama look like? So many things. If you're someone who is an overgiver, and you've got all kinds of family members, friends, workmates pulling at you because you are the light. You do shine here. You shine, you're just hiding your light. Right here, see how you're hiding, you're all curled in, you're fetal. Again, this is a 10 card. 7 and 3 is 10. You got 3 10s in this. Just in this line up of cards right here, you've got 3 10s. You are ending this cycle whether you want to or not, right? You may be like trying to hide from it. You're being nudged to look up. That's exactly what this card says. Look up. So if you've been not connecting with your higher source of wisdom, your God, your source, or the universe, they're asking you to look up. There's something to see. Maybe you're afraid of this new spiritual path. Maybe you're afraid it's not going to be what you expect, or it's not going to earn you money, or it's not going to be fulfilling in the way you think. But the advice and the outcome column is 10 of Cups. That's happily ever after, emotional contentment. Happy life, happy family, happy home, all the cups full. We got the rainbow up here. People you can trust in your life. So if that doesn't help, that's a nice little, the advice is, and the outcome is, or the potential outcome is, take that first step and look up. If you look up, you're going to see your rainbow, right? Look up and see the rainbow. This is going to emotionally fulfill you. And you may already know what this thing is that you're going to trying to resist letting go of and then moving into. So something's ending, right? But something's beginning. And whatever's beginning is going to bring you wish fulfillment, 10 of Cups fulfillment. And that's some cool fulfillment to have. It's like you getting all that you desire, right? So let's pull some cards here. So remember, this column is going to be about, what do I keep forgetting? This is your current energy. So you're in this unfinished symphony, current energy, trying to let go of something that doesn't serve your life anymore. So let's start there. That second column is the unexpected or the unknown. The third column is your block. There's some drama going on in your life, and we don't know what that drama is right now. Maybe we'll know more when we pull these cards. And then this fourth column is advice and outcomes. Advice and outcomes. Okay? This is a little different than any of the other pick of cards I pulled, but it felt good to do it this way, so let's just go for it. All right, one more shuffle, and we're going to start pulling cards for you. All right. Oops, sorry. Okay, I'm going to go 3 deep. Let me get you in the view here. Never have enough room, Rose. She's so expansive, right? Got the Chariot. Got the Queen of Pentacles. Got the Temperance card. Sweet. 2 major arcana in the first row, in the current energy row. Sweet. In your unknown or unexpected. The Hermit. Oh, that does not surprise me. Another major arcana. 5 of Pentacles. Let's see. And 10 of Swords in the reverse. Another 10 card, my friends. 5 and 10, change and endings. Got the Page of Pentacles in reverse in the blockage. 3 of Pentacles in reverse in the blockage. King of Cups upright in the blockage. And in your advice and outcomes, we've got 7 of Wands, protecting yourself. 6 of Pentacles, reciprocity. That's in reverse though. And then you got the Tower as the final outcome card here. So right now, so this is a timing card for me. Something happening right now, possibly. That's like just since I have dedicated this spot as the timing card for you. Yeah, I'm thinking it's right now at the bottom of the deck, Queen of Wands. You need to take care of yourself. A little message there. Take care of yourself. Get out of your head. Yeah. All right. Let's take a look, and we will do clarification if we need to. So in your present energy, you're trying to end a cycle. You're trying to let go of something. You'll know what that is, I'm sure. And maybe it's several somethings. I mean, whenever we're releasing, there are probably people, jobs, paths, situations, homes, whatever, groups that we leave behind, things that no longer serve our higher purpose. So it looks like you're doing that. So you are moving away, right? You are the Chariot. Not only are you moving away from whatever it is, you're moving into victory. There might be a choice here that needs to be made with the 2 horses. Moving towards your victory here. You may actually be moving. There may be a physical move. If it's not move from a job to a job or a home to a home, maybe you're moving out of state. It could indicate that. It's just an indicator that's a possibility. Maybe you're trying to decide between staying and going or moving here or moving there. Queen of Pentacles, great card to have in the present energy. You are definitely taking care of yourself. It looks like you are in your Queen of Pentacles-ness. You are embodying this need to take care of yourself and find your abundance and embody it. You're really embodying abundance here. So that's a nice card to have. Between the Chariot and the Temperance. So you're trying to temper. There's an alchemization happening here. Sad. This is a Sag card, right? Tempering the energy between this. So there may be some when there's you're about to make a decision on a move. If you are making a decision, you're having to back and forth, weigh the options, right? It looks like you might be weighing the options, trying to be patient in this process, which is hard to be patient in a process, especially when you're moving on to your spiritual path, which it looks like you are moving on to your spiritual path, pile ones. So are you feeling maybe with that, now that angel card just, it's like shining at me. So I'm wondering if you're not so much in the shadow attribute as much as maybe you just feel like an imposter. Like you're not the angel, like you're not some type of light worker. That you may feel like it's bad or wrong to make money from doing something for others that helps serve others. Well, I'm here to tell you, my friends, we got to pay our bills, right? We got to pay our rent. We've got all kinds of obligations, monetary obligations. So, and if you're serving, and there is nothing inherently wrong with making money or moving forward, even before you think you're ready into this light worker position or path. So we talked about that Andean cross being a sort of portal that you're walking through. And so you might feel like, and it's kind of a small hole, right? You may feel like you're like walking through a wormhole, walking through the fire here. Maybe you're working on some shamanistic type capabilities. You are, so again, this is the unexpected and unknown. The unexpected and the unknown. We're showing up with the Hermit. Number 9, another ending card. So gaining wisdom by going inward. What is unknown? Maybe you're trying to gain wisdom around a lack mindset. This is 5 of Pentacles. I'm gaining some wisdom around your lack mindset right now, like feeling destitute, worried that you'll never be able to, like, so that money thing just showed up with I was looking at the angel card talking about how money seems to be an issue for you, how you feel like it feels wrong possibly to make money from a spiritual gift. And you may be, so this Hermit card is you going inward to seek wisdom around this lack mindset. And any pain, any like mental distress over it, like you're trying to walk away from, trying to let that go. You're trying to let go of this lack mindset. And it may be surprising to you what you're finding out, or that you can do it. It's in the unknown and the unexpected, but you're doing it. You're going to be, if you're not doing it yet, this is the present energy. You're gearing up. Here you are standing. It's interesting because you're standing in your foundational power here as the Queen of Pentacles. And yet, right next to you is a feeling of being left behind, feeling completely downtrodden, destitute, depleted. So you're embodying this, but there's something going on underneath the hood, the thoughts, the swords, the thoughts are getting to you, right? But you are trying to go inward to figure out how to change those limiting beliefs. And then over here we have the blockage, Page of Cups in reverse. So some type of drama. Page of Cups in reverse is maybe you've been waiting for some type of apology that hasn't come. There's some type of drama around somebody needed to apologize, possibly. There's this card, I love this. There's, see the little pig flying? It's like a when pigs fly kind of situation, like you don't believe it'll ever happen. So this is kind of feeling like I don't believe this apology is ever going to come. And you need to detach from that, detach from the expectations of an apology, and forgive yourself and forgive whatever this is, the situation or person is. Three of Pentacles in reverse. So there's something about not working together. Not feeling... Oh, look, I just realized this. This whole line of cards right here crosses all pentacles. So you're worried about money. You seem to be worried about money. There may be a need to have a third party, like a reach out. And I'm not talking about a third party, like relationship third party. I'm talking about maybe there's somebody who has some advice for you that you might need. And that advice can show up in many ways. It can be a tarot read, it can be a song, it can be a book passage, it can be something you see on TV, or a snippet of a song you hear, and it's like you have an epiphany. So there's a sense of not working together here. And this could be this King of Cups, right? King of Cups. He's what? Is he Cancer? Sorry. I don't always remember this yet. King of Cups. He is Cap and Aquarius. Cap and Aquarius. Capricorn, sorry, and Aquarius. So I'm trying to get the feel. We're going from, this is your blockage. I don't know if this is somebody else. I think if this is somebody else, it's somebody that owes you an apology. Someone who's no longer working with you. They are trying to tap into their emotional intelligence. They are trying to heal. I don't know if you can see that, but he's sitting in meditation. He's got his singing bowl. He's got his fish. So he is trying to tap into spirit here, trying to tap into his emotional, his empathy. I'm not sure if this is you or someone else at this point. It could be this person who owes you an apology. Page, right? Page of Swords. Earth of Air. So Page of, oh, I'm sorry, that's Page of Cups. Sorry. Page of Cups, like I said, that's more of like an apology coming in. Well, let's move on and then we'll clarify, okay? Don't want to spend too much more time there. Ten of Cups, this is your advice and outcome pile. You are protecting yourself, possibly from whoever owes you an apology here. I still see you standing very strong. We got a Queen of Pentacles and this King of Cups. Earth and water, right? Trying to protect yourself. So in the advice and in the outcome, they're asking you to protect yourself around your emotional fulfillment. Reciprocity in the reverse. There's a need for equal give and take. So if you're if you're a giver, I think this came up earlier. If you're a giver who overgives, and you've got a lot of people taking, that you're depleted, and that depletion is showing up in that card right there. So they're asking you in the reverse to find some reciprocity, some equal give and take. So taking care of yourself, defending yourself against people who are takers here. And in the final outcome, you've got this Tower card, right? And like I said, this is my timing card. So when the Tower shows up in the timing position, we're talking about right now. So you are definitely ending cycles. You've got 4 10s. Do you have more than that? You've got 4 10s in this reading. Definitely at the end. You've got 2 5s. Yeah, 5s are about change. 6 is about balancing it out. 7 is the Tower. 7 is about working with Spirit. And Spirit has come down and, excuse the word, but forced a change in your life. Forced a Tower moment, a sudden change, maybe even a shocking change that uproots your world. And it may be one that you resist. It may not be. So advice and outcome is, as you protect yourself, you come into balance. You stop over giving. And this Tower moment is here to wake you up. Whatever the situation is that's upending right now, it seems to me to be around money. I believe there is you're feeling like you just can't make the kind of money you want to make doing what you love. But you're going to have to be stuck in that unfinished symphony, but you're not going to do that. You're already on your way with that Chariot. You're already in the Chariot energy. You're already moving forward into victory. Let's do some little bit of clarification here. Chariot, the Hermit. Can you give us more? Oops. Flip and fly, please. So can you clarify the Chariot for us, please? Clarify the Chariot. Holy manoli. Jump, and too many cards. Please, one card at a time. Please clarify the energy between the Chariot and the Hermit. You're moving towards this Hermit. 2 of Wands. It's a brand new beginning. Still feeling that stuckness, though. It's interesting you're getting a 2 of Wands in reverse. This is the planning stage. In the upright, you know the world is your oyster. But there's some fear, I think, showing up here between moving forward and going into hermit mode. So can you discipline? What on earth? Wow, discipline. I don't know where that came from. The word discipline just rose up out of my mouth. So yeah, being a hermit, meditating requires discipline, right? Spiritual path takes discipline. So it's time to make plans, right? It's about planning. Please clarify the energy between the Queen of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. Ooh, okay. Very confident. 7 of another Pentacles card. This whole row pretty much sums it up for me. Seven of Pentacles, right? It's another pause as we can look at this card in several ways, but it is clarifying energy between the Queen and the Five. So the seeds you have planted, this can be you looking on the seeds as they haven't grown yet, right? So you're watching, you're waiting for them to grow. So you planted some seeds, but you're teeter-tottering between believing in yourself and not believing in yourself, right? Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a clear message. You're teeter-tottering between believing and not believing that these seeds, these plants are going to grow into beautiful, beautiful, whatever, trees, flowers, fruit. So we're clarifying this final row. Ten of Swords. Oh, isn't that... Wow, I love tarot so much. So, my friends, clarifying the Temperance to the Ten of Swords energy is the Ten of Swords. So doubling down on the fact that you're trying to, there's a word I want. More than just heal from this pain, I believe you're trying to alchemize it. You're trying to transmute from the pain. You're trying to transmute the pain. You're trying to use the pain as wisdom. Like it's almost like that Nine of Wands feel where the wounded warrior, where you go from being a wounded warrior into a wounded healer. So you're using your wisdom here. You're alchemizing the pain. I mean, you're doubling down with two Tens of Swords. Wow. I mean, what could be more, clear, right? All right, let's clarify the energy between, please, the Page of Cups and the Seven of Wands. Thank you so much. Three of Cups, celebration, a celebratory moment with friends, family. Apologies and protection and celebration. So I feel like what wants to come out is celebrating the self. I feel like the energy here, it's saying, regardless of whether this person apologizes or not, and the healing card at the bottom of the deck, some gift coming in for you. There's a little healing that needs, because we got a lot of pain here. This may have brought you to your knees, this thing, and it may, this painful thing may not have happened recently. With all these, like the Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, this may have happened a while ago, whatever this painful thing is. But you're still trying to come out of it. So this is saying forgive, regardless of getting an apology. Forgive yourself, forgive them. You know it's just a prison, right? To stay in that space of resentment and anger. And at some point, you have to kind of let that go. You got to do what you got to do. You got to write the letter that you'll never send. Sometimes the apology doesn't ever come. I'm qualifying the energy between the Three of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. So there's been a real imbalance in your money, of working with others. Like you have not been compensated fairly, possibly compensated, because you're the Empress, but you're coming in reverse. And I feel like because it's in reverse, you've not been treated like the Empress that you are. You've not been given, how do I want to say this? Your worth is the Empress. You embody all the queens. You've got you're birthing something new. And then this shows, okay, so several messages showing up here. You're birthing something new. You're afraid that you're not going to have enough money if you move into this new thing. But at the same time, you've been hurt by not feeling any reciprocity in the past. Like you weren't paid or given what you were worth for what you've done in the past. The seeds you planted in the past, right? And so this also speaks to your own feelings of worth, right? How do you feel about your own worth? Do you feel worthy of love, abundance, peace, harmony, grace, anything? We deserve all. We're empresses, right? Whether you're male or female, we all deserve to birth something new and do something we love. and be compensated fairly for it, and work together without feeling like so as I was talking, I was clarifying King of Cups to Tower. We got the Eight of Cups, my friend. Couldn't be any more telling. This is the walking your spiritual path card. Leaving all of this stuff we've been talking about behind. You're walking your path. And it's now. You're ending these cycles. So walking through that wormhole, it may feel uncomfortable as shit. I feel ya. I understand completely. I do want to get, so this has gone on for 35 minutes. So let us get a final, let's just pull a limiting belief card and see what shows up for you. This has been a nice reading. It's a confirmation that you're on the right path. And yeah, there's some mistrust of the money here. There's a mistrust that you're going to be abundant enough to do what you want to do, and you want to be compensated fairly, and you should be. You are the Empress. We all are, right? We all embody it. So the limiting belief card that comes up for you is, what can I burn? Burn it all. The ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism, the images that run through your head, the reminders of what you did wrong, and the proof that you are not enough. Burn, baby, burn. Your soul is calling. It's time for a rebirth. You are like the phoenix rising from the ashes, no longer attached to the past. You are free. Your wings are ready. Use them. Today's soul action, make the choice that you will no longer let the past define you. Pick up your pen. What will your next chapter look like? It's asking you to manifest, write a manifesto for this next phase of your life. It's very important as you move on to this spiritual path to have a manifesto for what you want to feel like in your life. What do you want to feel like? Where do you want to be? Who do you want to be with? You know, all of that. And what can I leave behind? And you are leaving stuff behind. So this sums up this whole reading to perfection. So I am going to stop it right there, my friends. Comment below. Remember, you are entered to win a free reading with me if you make a comment. And I need it to be a comment so I can identify you and contact you. Also, please like, subscribe, and share if you like the content I offer today. I really appreciate you're here. See you next time. All right, my pile number twos. It's your turn. Yeah, there's your shell. I'll try not to obsess over that for too long. So we're going to start here with an archetype card to see what energy you're showing up for the reading. So for September, my pile number twos are showing up in victim mode. All my archetypes came out in the reverse. So I'm going to look at the shadow aspect first. Playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. Ooh, okay. And in the light attribute, prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. So are you feeling like the world is against you, kind of feeling like everything goes wrong, everything's always going wrong, people are always trying to do things to me, undermine me, I'm not accountable in any way? Don't shoot the messenger here. So either you're in this victim mode, you're in this victim mentality. I've been here myself, so please know that I know what it feels like to be in victim mode. If you have if your Chiron is in Pisces like mine, this shadow attribute is going to show up for you, because I think it's when you're born from 1961, I can't remember the exact date, to like 1968. Your Chiron will be in Pisces, and that's your wound. Your wound is in Pisces means your wound is around faith. So feeling like the world is against you in some way. So if that speaks to you, let me know in the comments. I do know what this feels like, so know that I feel you kind of thing going on here. So I'm going to put this up here. Showing up in the victim mode, energy, victim mentality, and there's nothing wrong with that. We all probably go through those periods of feeling like a victim. And it can be from various reasons, right? Self-worth, what was said to you as a child, stories that were told to you that aren't true. And those stories that you might hear as a child are things like, You're not pretty enough, you're not smart enough, you're not experienced enough, you're not, whatever. Tall enough, thin enough, whatever it is that was negative feedback was fed to you as a child and remained with you to adulthood, that can make you feel like a victim because you feel you've believed what was told to you. And you have a deep knowing about this. This is a number 43 card, which is a 7. You're feeling depleted, exhausted. You're probably empathic. You may be feeling psychically drained. Maybe you've been overgiving. There's a need to, so overstimulation, right? It's all the media, all the things going on in the world, and I don't know what, I only know like the surface of what's going on because I stay away from the news media. I stay away from social media in that I don't scroll my feed looking for news. Because news to me is, excuse my language, bullshit. So sorry if that offends you. I do apologize, but it's what when I'm in this deep knowing in the reverse, I know that I cannot. Well, I haven't watched the news for years. I didn't even know what was going on in the Olympics. I know some major drama happened there. So that's just to tell you, I have no idea. So it might need to disconnect in a lot of ways. You got the sun and the moon here. There's a need for balancing the yin and the yang, the light and the dark, the warm and the cold. There's a need to go in and take some healing time. This first pile, so I'm doing four columns here. The first column is your current energy. Sorry, I should have explained this to begin with. Your second column is your unexpected or unknown column. We're going to do tarot. We're going to pull some cards. This third row are your blocks. Okay, blocks to transformation or blocks to whatever it is you're trying to accomplish or do right now. And then the final column is the advice and outcome. Okay, so we've already talked about column 1, which is your present energy. You're showing up feeling a little victimized, feeling, like maybe that things have been done to you and not for you, and that there's a gentle nudge here to look for places where you need to hold yourself accountable to. But seems like there's been a lot of pulling on your energy here. So that when you're tired, when you're depleted, it's hard. I know this from personal experience. It's hard not to fall into that victim mode. Feel sorry for yourself. Believe me, been there, done that a lot, especially over the past 10 years on this spiritual path. There are days when it does feel like the world's against you. But I'm here to tell you that you are not alone, and the world is not against you, even though it might feel that way today. In your unexpected or unknown column, we have the Page of Cups. So this could be a child in your life. This could be someone coming in with an apology of some kind. Some type of emotional message around just anything, right? Could be any type of emotional message. Could be you're dealing with a child here, your child or someone else's, maybe a sibling, someone younger than you. So maybe this is a new emotional experience. So more so than this being a person, I feel like this might be a new experience for you. Some new emotional experience coming your way. Could be a romantic encounter. Yes, it could. That'll show up in the cards if it is on this column. So something new and heightened psychic abilities is showing up here. So you're psychically drained. So if you are psychic, or if you're working in the light worker area, which you probably are, or you're do some type of healing modality and you've been overgiving, it may be time for that break. But some new emotional experience, some new thing is coming your way. What is in your blocks is it's the number 1 card, which I love because ones are like the is that the Magician? Is the one? I should know this. My brain. Yeah. One is the Magician, right? So one is the Magician card in classic tarot. In this deck, it's joy and happiness. Yellow is the color of the sun. So this is the sun card showing up in your blocks. So what I'm thinking is, you notice the butterflies. You're transforming, but there's a need probably here. Bees are very social creatures. So there may be a need for you, and this is in the blocks. So what's blocking you is possibly a need for some social interaction. If it could be showing up physically in your body, in your solar plexus. Yellow is usually associated with the solar plexus chakra. So you may have maybe some digestive issues or from some stomach pain or some other, bloating, all that stuff could be showing up for you. And that's the block is around your self-empowerment, your identity. Maybe you feel disempowered. I don't think this showed up in the reverse, but I don't think it matters. As a block, it feels like you may be feeling disempowered here. So we'll get more cards on that and see what's coming up. In your advice and outcome column, we've got the ghost dance. 22 is a master number. Hold on a sec. I've got some info about that. So the number 22 represents transition or a second chance to turn dreams into reality. As a double number, 22 picks up the spirituality of number 11, but with more practical energy. In a way, it brings the heaven message and energy to earth. So like as above, so below, right? That kind of feeling. When you see the number 22, it can suggest they're ready to translate their ideas into physical form. So you may have a new emotional project here coming your way that's being blocked by feeling disempowered. But you might be seeing the number 22. You might be seeing the repetitive numbers. Maybe you're seeing the ones and the 22s. Maybe you're even seeing 44s. Ghost Dance, that card is specifically about your ancestors, your generational, and this showed up already, the stories. The stories we're told as children, and the stories that are passed down through generations, and the stories that come from our past lives, if you believe in past lives. The stories that we carry with us from lifetime to lifetime, it's time you may be working on those ancestral stories that need to be retold. You are worthy. You are good enough. You are worthy of abundance. You are worthy of love. You're worthy of everything you desire. And if you don't feel that way because of some generational or ancestral story that's been told to you over the years, your advice and your outcome is you can break away from that. Okay, so that's the second time that the stories have showed up for you, right? Stories from your past, from your ancestors, from your family, and from maybe your past life is showing up. So let's pull some cards, my friends. Let us pull some. Where are the cards I want to use? Am I going crazy? Oh, they're right here. Rose, open your eyes. So let me shuffle here. Let me know if this resonates for you. If this still hasn't resonated by now, it may be time to switch to another pile. So this is the pile that had the shell with the hole in it. And I think it's very apropos, right, for your victim card showing up. So maybe there feels like there's a hole in the story, right? There's a hole in your heart, possibly. There's a hole somewhere, and that hole, honestly, will be filled by spirit. And by turning... So you may need to nurture yourself in a way that feels like you're mothering yourself. So I know that when I felt, like I had a hole in my center, it was because it was before I had turned to spirit for guidance. I mean, my whole life, I'm 54, I spent a good majority, and I mean a good majority of my life, feeling like I had a hole in my center, and I had to fill that hole myself. Keep your mind out of the gutter, whoever that was. I heard somebody say something I didn't want to hear. But yeah, when we have a hole at our heart center, we have to love ourselves and fill the hole with spirit, with God, with the universe, with the wisdom, with the light, the unconditional love. That needs to come in to fill that hole up. We got to fill it with our own light, our own love. And then we move on, and we can, you've got the sun in your reading. And although it's coming out as a block, a sun card coming out in the reading, that's a phenomenal card to have. That means the sun is there. It's there for you. It's waiting for you to get clear about that. It's waiting for you to break out of some hard stuff that's been going on for you. Okay, all right, finally we can, I had to really shuffle those because I used these on the last read, so I want to make sure we weren't. Okay, here we go. Showing up for you in your present energy, let me make sure you can see, is the High Priestess. Hallelujah. 5 of Wands in reverse. And the Hanged Man in reverse. And we'll talk about these as soon as I lay them all out. Under your what's unknown or unexpected is the 2 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles in reverse, sorry, and the 5 of Cups in the upright, and the Star in reverse. Okay, 2 major arcanas, 3 major arcanas already. Ace of Wands in the reverse in your blockage column. 3 of Wands underneath. Another major arcana, Death and Rebirth in the last row here. 3 major arcana at the bottom here. Wow. Whew. Ace 2, oh wow. 2 aces right in a row. 1 upright, 1 not. This is in your outcome or advice column. Queen of Cups showing up in the reverse here. King of Wands showing up in the reverse. Wands. This is our timing card, so I want to make sure. Weeks. Okay. Showing up at the bottom of your deck is the World, the Devil, and the Fool. Holy shite, you've got, I don't know what is going on with you, but there's some powerful energy working in your life. You're starting a new chapter. There's some temptation here. A new chapter. There's some temptation, and there's some taking a leap of faith and tapping into your strength to gain victory. So along your path, there are going to be some challenges, some temptations, apparently. On the way to jump, so in between starting this new path and taking the leap, there may be some addictions or some challenges or some temptations coming your way. Not unusual on the spiritual path, because that's usually what I'm talking about, is that spiritual path. So the World showing up. That's a good card to show up at the bottom of the deck. All right, I'm just trying to take these cards in here. Look at these top 3. Intuition, intuition, intuition. Okay, so your intuition is on fire. So let's start over here. I'm getting out of order here. This is your present energy. You're in your High Priestess. You're quiet and you're listening to Spirit right now. You are taking the messages. You are hearing, you're receiving the messages. Again, this is really tying into the fact that you are, you're on psychic overload up here. And maybe you're already aware. 5 of Wands, some internal conflict that you're trying to let go of here. Getting a different perspective around some internal conflict here going on. So we got a 5 and a 5. 2 5s here in a row. That's change. but cards of internal conflict and sadness and regret. Well, you're trying to let go of this internal conflict, try and gain a different perspective on it. So that's, you're sitting in your intuition. You're probably meditating. There's some internal conflict around some type of sadness, some heartbreak possibly. I don't know, sadness could be around anything. It doesn't have to be heartbreak, but we were talking about the hole at the center of the heart earlier, so maybe it is heartbreak. I don't, because that just comes up within me. It doesn't come from me, it comes through me. Your second column is the column of unknown or unexpected, and we've got Page of Cups, so some new emotional offer, choice around that, having a hard time making a decision around this offer. You're trying to intuitively decide here, because not only is there a new, like, young offer here, maybe, and if this is a child, that's great. If this is a child in your life, there's some type of decision being made, and you're using your intuition, and there are two cards of brand new beginnings right next to it. A brand new, passionate, creative beginning, and an Ace of Swords, a brand new intellectual beginning. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself again. Can't help it. I'm kind of excited with the messages that are coming out, because there are a lot of messages coming out right now. You've got brand new beginnings here. One card, brand new beginning. Look at this. 1, 1, 1. That's so interesting. You know, pile 1 had 3 10s in a row, and then they got another 10 within their read. So you're having the opposite. You're having the 1s. It's similar. 10s are the very end. You're at the beginning of something brand new, jumping in. You are definitely jumping into something new with the Fool, gaining the courage. I mean, wow. Something intuitive. This may be some new intuitive adventure, job, career path, spiritual path, situation. Now, unlike you, they had a lot of pentacles in their reading in number 1, and they were very concerned about money. You've got some conflict around some sadness and regret. And that's possibly around some new expansive beginning. All right, let me get back to this unexpected and unknown. So a choice around sadness, regret, a wish fulfillment, something that didn't come to pass yet. You've been gaining some lots of enlightenment in your reading. Look at all these stars and suns, intuitions. You are getting clear. You are getting really clear. Whatever this is that has brought you internal mental conflict or external conflict and sadness and regret around some brand new expansive beginning, you're really tapping into spirit. You're really tapping into your intuition. It seems like you're on it. And maybe that's what's making you so tired up there in the top left corner. Maybe that's what's making you feel like a victim. It's just been, you're just trying to move out of this space of victimhood. You're aware of it. You know it's there, and you've got some things you want to do, wishes you want to fulfill. Some things are holding you back. So the block column, got the Sun, as we talked about. You got the Ace of Wands in reverse. So although you've got a lot of cards here of tapping into intuition, there may be something blocking your clarity here. Something's blocking your clarity. You can see it. You're on the precipice. You're ready to jump into the water, to start this new journey, but there's something stopping you. You're in the middle of transformation. You might be resisting your transformation. You might be resisting the clarity. 3 major arcana, my friend, right here. All about wishing upon that star, waiting for your shining star to come in, gaining some different perception about this new thing, really transforming out of Making a choice not to play the victim anymore. Making a choice. You're having a hard time with it. You're wobbling back and forth, but you know that these old stories have to go, showing up in the ghost dance. They have to go. So you're working on it. We're working on that. And how do we do that? But we retell their story. You know, we live through the feelings, the emotions of whatever those stories were, and heal those wounds by facing them. And you are facing them. So we've got, in the outcome advice column here, the ghost dance, we talked about those stories that need to be retold by you. Brand new beginning here. So the outcome is there is this brand new, and it's an enlightened beginning. So when you leave behind this victimhood, this exhaustion, the stories, you leave them behind. Look at her facing forward, facing into the future. Definitely a need to emotionally take care of yourself here. So this is a combo of advice and outcome. Definitely need to take care of your emotional health. Okay, protecting your energy. This feels to me, this queen feels to me like that 7 of Wands card, the one where it's like protecting yourself as you move forward into this brand new adventure. So protecting your energy, right? You've got to protect your energy. And then in the final outcome card, we've got the King of Wands in reverse. So I think this is about, so the Strength card showed up here in reverse too. And to me, sometimes when I see the King of Wands, you know, you're ready for this brand new, passionate beginning, this creative new venture. You can walk into that fire and you're protected, right? You're just trying to harness your courage. That's all. And that's fear, right? Trying to leave behind the fear. Because those stories that we've been told from our ancestors, our family, through the generations, through our lifetimes, they're all fear-based stories. So you're really working on gaining courage here. It doesn't, just because they're in the reverse doesn't mean you don't have courage. I think it means that you're harnessing that strength, that you're harnessing that King of Wands, right? You're harnessing your King of Wands to move into your victory. So let's clarify a little bit, okay? The last time on pile number 1, the clarifications were really interesting. So let's see what comes up for you as we clarify. Very strong, wow, very strong transformational energy here. These are all in the reverse at the bottom. So to me, when they're in all reverse like that, to me it just seems as though it feels like you're deep in the transformation. And transformation ain't easy, is it? It's not easy. When you're facing the old stories and limiting beliefs, it takes some energy. It takes all your energy, depending on what you do for a living. So to me, it's more about your mentality, your victim mentality in this particular reading. And I don't want you to feel offended by that in any way, because we all have that at one time or another in our lives. Who hasn't felt sorry for themselves around something, right? Oops. All right, let me see. Please clarify the energy between the High Priestess and the Two of Pentacles. Please clarify the energy. So, 7 of Swords in reverse. So, I'm thinking, yeah, self-deception. So, stories are about self-deception, right? You're deciding that this self-deception, you intuitively know that there's been a lot of self-deception, and that self-deception it comes in the form of stories that have been told to you over a lifetime, and you're walking away from that. You're choosing to walk away. You're choosing not to deceive yourself anymore. All right. Oh, sorry. So I'm clarifying the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Cups, and you've got the 8 of Cups. Beautiful. Walking your spiritual path. So you're leaving just what we said earlier. You're leaving the conflict And the sadness and the regret. You're walking your spiritual path. You're leaving that behind. Yeah. This is two flew out. You got another Ace of Cups. My friend, whatever it is, what path that you're taking is divinely guided. And the only ace that hasn't shown up yet is, we've got wands, we've got swords. So we don't have that Ace of Pentacles. So since it's not shown up yet, could be money is a concern. Not as big a concern as pile 1. But if you do have money concerns, I'd go ahead and watch pile number 1 too. And see if that resonates with you. So a slow moving, but I think it's going to pick up. I think it's actually not going to be as slow as you expect, but a new emotional offering, a big cup of love coming your way. So a new, I want to say option, but that's not the word I really want. Path. A new path is coming your way. And it has been a long time coming, but now I think with this King or Knight in reverse, I feel as though it's coming sooner than later. Does that make sense? Like you've been waiting a long time for this Ace of Cups. Yes, this could be a love offer from someone too. Could be multifaceted. It could be a love offer, and it could be a great new opportunity that comes your way. Something that you're going to love. Whatever it is, it's something you're going to love. And this is falling between your new perspective around your wish fulfillment. So it's coming. Your wish is coming. It's saying this wish upon a star, it's coming. And it's no longer going to be slow moving. With all these aces, 3 aces. And this I consider an ace too. That sun card, that one card up there. 4 ones showing up. So oops, sorry about that. King of Cups is showing up. The King and the Queen in reverse here. I think you're trying to balance out your emotions. They're both in reverse, so it feels to me like you are. And of course you are. Here's the Justice card. I'm trying to balance out the emotions, your emotional side. And this is, you know what? I'm actually going to put it between the 3 of Wands and the Queen of Wands, because I think that's where it belongs. You're definitely trying to balance out your emotional reactiveness, maybe. Your emotional intelligence. Oh, okay. Well, look, you didn't see that, but what just flew out? I was just talking my gums off, and what came out is the Lover's card, and it fell right on top of the Ace of Cups. So, since Spirit is like leaving me behind and just doing its own reading right now, for some of you, a possible soulmate twin flame coming in. Okay? Coming in. That made me want to actually cry, so maybe that maybe made you want to cry. And it's not as slow moving anymore. I'm not seeing any like returning cards yet. Or wait a minute, was there a Temperance? No, that was the last reading. So thanks, Spirit, for that little information. It's like you didn't clarify the cups, bro. Come on, bro. So let me clarify the 2 aces. Please clarify these 2 aces. You're just trying to get a hold on your emotions around love, I believe. And I think that's why the cups, there's the Judgment. The Hangman and the Star. So the Judgment, self-judgment, self-doubt. That's all that's what's the bridge between your brand new passionate beginning and your brand new intellectual beginning. And this might be 2 different things because we have the 2 of Pentacles here. But the only thing keeping you from either of these brand new beginnings is some self-doubt. Self-realization here. You're really tapped in. Okay, I want to get the energy between the Death card and the King of Wands, please. That'll be our... Two of Pentacles came out again, but this time in the upright. So you got it up here in your what's unknown, what's unexpected, that there's going to be a choice for you. There's going to be a choice, but it's unexpected. And here you are juggling that choice here at the end. The Wands, what did I say? The Wands are weeks. So there may be some choice coming up within weeks, 2 weeks possibly. Let's see, Pentacles are long term. So, yeah, let me see if I can get another, oops, Queen of Pentacles showing up. Taking care of yourself. So there's a decision around what are you juggling here? What are you juggling? Ooh. Juggling. You're juggling your Queen of Pentacles and you're raising consciousness. So you're ascending. It's in the reverse. So there's again this, there's like this little bit of like resistance going on around your ascension. You're juggling your Queen of Pentacles, like she's the bomb, right? She's got it going on. She's embodying that foundational energy. Are you juggling your thoughts around your foundation and your ascension? Can you please clarify? Oh, wow. Now you got the Two of Cups showing up in reverse. Juggling. And the Page of Cups is showing up again. Eight of Swords, you're trying to let go of the limiting beliefs. Another card of choice here showing up. Oh, I'm sorry, you cannot see these. Hello, Rose. Rose is not paying attention. So you've got another choice card around the Two of Cups, which could have, since I've got this Lover's card showing up, gaining some clarity, just like we said, you're trying to gain clarity about this new emotional offer. So it seems like you got a couple things going on here. There could be a new love, something you're trying to, let's see, are we trying to, do we have another king out here, or just the king of, I think we only have the King of Cups showing up. And, oh, I'm sorry, we got the King of Wands. So, could you be juggling two possible people? King of Wands, somebody from the past, King of Cups. I don't know. Love is showing up here for you, but I don't think that's the whole story. It may be affecting your decision making, and it may affect these brand new beginnings. This is, oh, I've got to get you one final card, and I've got to get on to pile 3, y'all. By the time I get to pile number 4, my mouth won't work anymore. All right. Spirit, we need one final limiting belief card for pile number 2. This has been an interesting reading for them. They're dealing with some victim type feelings, maybe some feeling sorry for themselves a little bit, possibly. There's nothing wrong with that. Please don't think there is. I mean, it's, as long as we don't stay and wallow in it, as long as we recognize it and get clarity on it, but you're very clear. You know what your mental prison is about. I can see it in your cards. Okay, Spirit. So your mindset card is, how can I be more kind to myself and offer more grace in this very moment? Speaks back to the very beginning of your reading and needing some rest. Growing our self-love is medicine to this world's broken heart. When you heal, we all heal. When you give yourself more grace, you are able to give the world more grace. Today's soul action. Look at yourself with a grace filter. You are meant to be in this moment of your life. Release the inner critic and fill in the hole with... All right. I must point out what we were talking about earlier about the hole in the shell. So here it is. Release the inner critic, the self-deception we were talking about, and fill in the hole with your soul's truth. Fill in the hole with your soul's truth, that you are infinite, you are loved, and that you are already there. Wow. Could that have been any better? Pile number 2s. Comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks. Have a great day. See you next time. All right, pile number 3s. I suddenly had a panic attack thinking I switched the 2 piles around, but I will see in the end. Pile number 3s. I don't think so. Right, here's that shell that has just a slight little sand falling everywhere. I just love this shell. In fact, the shell from the last reading actually showed up in the reading because it had a hole in it. So we'll see. Maybe this will play a part. Maybe it'll just be a pretty trinket at the top of your reading. Okay. We're starting with your archetype, with the energy you're showing up in. Okay. So the excuse me, the archetype came up in the reverse. So we're looking at the shadow attribute. Are you showing up in this shadow? This hedonist shows up and pursues pleasure to the detriment of health, indulges at the expense of others. So are you? So this is just like it's going to be a fleeting energy or a phase in your life. So are you maybe overindulging in some way that isn't healthy for you? If you're in your light attribute, it inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself. So possibly you may be, like, this feels like the 3 of Cups in reverse, right? That's when you're maybe overindulging in some way, overeating, drinking, drugs, whatever it might be for you. No judgment. We've all been there to some extent, especially over the last year, right? So let's talk about your piles. We're going to have 4 columns. Okay. The first column is going to start with the Truth Be Told card. So this is like the theme at the very top of your columns. The Truth Be Told card sits atop the Present Energy column. We'll pull some tarot after a moment. The second pile is, you've got the King of Cups, and this is the Unknown or Unexpected pile. Okay. Your blockage is showing up as communication, the number 5 card, Speak Up and Be Heard. And the giveaway is showing up in the outcome or the advice. So it's outcome/advice column. So can you see these even? Let me pull these closer and let's talk about them. So let's look at the numerology here. Oh my gosh. This is interesting. Pile number 1 got all kinds of 10s, which signify endings, right? New cycles beginning. Pile number 2's got a lot of 1s. 4 or 5, probably like 5 or 6 1s within their reading. You're getting already, you've got 5s. 5s are, and so 1s are about the magician, right? The manifesting the life you want. 5s are about a lot of change coming up for you, right? So let's see how change. So maybe this change is challenging and bringing up some fear, causing you to have a little bit of, like moving into some hedonist type archetype. And again, that doesn't have to be long term. It could be temporary, right? Sometimes you need to eat a candy bar because it makes you feel good, right? So 4 and 1, I'm not advocating candy or sugar, believe me. It's my hedonist archetype, if I have to be truthful. Truth be told, right? If I'm being transparent, sugar is one of my demons. I can't have it. I can't indulge in it, because once I indulge, then I want to indulge more. That's addiction. I don't know why I'm saying that to you right now, but it may be speaking to whoever is watching pile number 3. So pile number 4, let me grab a little water. I've been talking so much. My mouth has gone dry. And that may actually have a message for you if your mouth has gone dry right now, so let me know. It's a 14 card. It's, like I said, it's a 5 when we break it down for numerology. There's a need for truth to be told. This may be a truth that you may need to speak to yourself. There's transparency needed if there's been any kind of masks being worn by you or others. And I think this is about you. So taking a look at yourself and being honest with yourself. So is there any self-deception showing up in your energy right now? So this is your present energy. What is showing up in unexpected or unknown, we've got the King of Cups. He's trustworthy, honorable, devoted, cautious, someone you can completely trust. A situation that is safe, a solid romantic relationship, hidden but well-intentioned emotions, a charitable benefactor, seeing a counselor. So something dealing with your emotions. So what is unknown or unexpected? Possibly a King of Cups coming into your life. What is the King of Cups? He is Capricorn, Aquarius, possibly. Water signs, possibly. I don't focus on the signs too much. I really go for the message more so. But if we should start seeing that this is a romantic or some type of, it could be a partnership. Like you could be moving into some type of friendship or partnership with somebody, some King of Cups. So we'll see. It's unknown, it's unexpected, so you're not expecting this. And even if, so when it does come in, there's going to need to be transparency within whatever this relationship might be. Even if it's a relationship with yourself, you're going to need to be transparent with yourself. No more masks worn, no more self-deception. And it couldn't be any more perfect because you got the communication card to speak up and be heard. It's also that number 5, messages in a bottle. So a couple of messages coming through in just this card. This is the blockage. So there is a need to be transparent and to communicate your truth, whether it's to yourself or to others. There's also the message that you're probably receiving messages from Spirit, and if it's a block, it's a possibility you may not be seeing or receiving those signs. Or you're seeing them but ignoring them, possibly. And lo and behold, there's the shell, right? Shell on the card. So maybe you're someone who sees signs in, like, maybe you get feathers, see the birds in the sky. So if you step out of your car and all of a sudden there's this big beautiful white feather, or whatever color it is, you stand out, you get out of your car and right at your feet there's a feather. You know what happened to me one day? I sat down on my couch and I looked down and there was a feather on my floor. I had no idea where it came from. It was like this light brownish feather. And it just like appeared out of nowhere. But I have many a time stepped out of my car and right there at my feet, a beautiful feather. I've got a whole jar full of feathers that show up. I'm going off on a tangent, and it must be for a reason. So you might see signs in feathers. So, or you may see signs like I do. I go out on the beach. I get signs from Spirit on the beach all the time. I get gifts. I find beads all the time, bracelets and necklaces all the time. Right? It's fascinating stuff. The giveaway is your advice / outcome. The giveaway is about equal give and take. Notice this is, again, like I said, this is the 5 card. 3 and 2 is 5 cards of change. Equal give and take, reciprocity. So what's coming for you, what's advised for you is equal give and take. And that means being truthful, right? There's a need for an equal give and take in your communication style. So this feels like maybe you go silent, possibly, when something's not going your way. But the advice is, the outcome is, it's healthier, it's more balanced to be reciprocal. I don't know why I'm getting this message. I have no idea. But with the shell, it's saying to me that you might go silent. If you go silent, that's an unhealthy way to communicate what it is you're trying to communicate, right? It's sort of a manipulation. So if that speaks to anyone, great. If it doesn't, no worries. For some reason, maybe there's just one person who needed to hear that story. We'll find out. So let me move these up and let's pull some tarot. Let's get some more information. These last 2 readings have been really fascinating. So like I said, you're starting with 5s, a lot of 5s, a lot of change going on in your life around communication and being transparent and about getting equal give and take, you know, in your communications. It's saying that any type of manipulative behavior, emotionally manipulative behavior that comes out as you're communicating is unhealthy, and they're asking you to be equal in your communication, fair in your communication. Feel like that fairness, that sense of like the justice card showing up there. That it's unfair to go silent. Now there are some cases, right? A classic example of needing to go silent is when you've got an overt narcissist in your life, and nothing you say matters, right? Nothing you say matters, so there's a need to shut down, because feeding that beast is never healthy for you. So that's a little bit different story. That's not what we're talking about here. This is about an equal exchange of communication for a healthy relationship. That's what this is. And this is not about, as far as I can tell so far, this is not about a narcissistic relationship. This may just be a relationship with yourself at this point. But let's see. I need to let me shuffle these until I get the nudge, because I clarified with these the last two piles, so I want to make sure they're well shuffled. It's an interesting little... they're not shuffling well, which just makes me want to clear the energy just a bit. I want to clear the energy. So let me shuffle these now. Let me see if these will shuffle better. I think the last two readings were pretty intense, so come on now. Can you see how they're getting, this may be a feeling coming from your energy. There's a stuckness, there's an inflexibility here, not a smooth transition. Sometimes I shuffle and it's like someone else is doing the shuffling. Oh, that was better. There it is. Thank you. That's getting a little better, a little better. Still a little bit of like resistance. One more. Sorry, don't mean to hold you up here. I know it's frustrating, but I definitely don't want to start pulling these cards until they're ready. Okay, we're ready. All right. So I'm going to lay them out and then we'll talk about them. In your current energy, you're getting the Two of Pentacles in reverse, the Five of Swords in reverse, the Page of Swords in the upright. And I need to pull out a little bit so you can see these now. In your unexpected or unknown is your Hierophant, upright, King of Wands, reversed, Death, reversed. Blockages, Ten of Swords, reversed, the Wheel in the upright. It's the first time the wheel's come out. Ace of Cups in the reverse. In the outcome and the advice column, we've got Ten of Cups. King of Cups, how many kings do we have? King of Wands and King of Cups showing up here. And then we've got the Nine of Swords in the outcome, on the final outcome card. Oh, Nine of Swords showing up. Okay. At the bottom of your deck, you've got the Lovers in reverse. So some imbalance in love here. Tackling mental mindsets, boundaries. Tackling your own self-made boundaries here. Okay. Yeah, the Lovers is shown up in the reverse, and we'll see what that means going forward. But there is imbalance in love here. That could be your own self-love, by the way. Gemini showing up, right? So in your present energy, we've got the Two of Pentacles in reverse, the Resistance. So there's some difficulty making some type of decision around some clear communication. Definitely feeling some mental conflict around this decision. With the Five of Swords in reverse. Then you have this Page of Swords in the upright. So what swords are about communication. So this is false victory, right? So maybe there was something deceitful here, some anguish over some type of false win. Trying to just make a decision around something that has you feeling like lost, like you've lost something here. But then there's this new energy showing up, this page, this new communication, this new idea. So around truth be told, we've got a decision around some loss and some new ideas. Maybe studying here, some new ideas coming in, this could be a communication coming from someone, some truthful communication coming from someone. This is your present energy. So is somebody about to come to you and speak their truth in some way? Or are you about to speak to somebody in your truth, but it's causing you some mental anguish here? Some feeling of loss, like you might lose something if you decide to. Well, we're going to clarify these. So I'm trying to feel out what this is about. This is about, again, it's about communicating. Something about loss here. Somebody may, so it looks like, yeah, somebody may want to talk to you. You notice how there's this little person in the background here? And swords are about communication. And you may, the indecision may be because you don't really want to talk to them. Maybe you're afraid to talk to them because you're going to have to tell the truth. Or maybe you don't want to talk to them because they're going to tell you the truth, and the truth hurts. Could this truth be around you maybe indulging a little bit? I don't know. Could be. I mean, there's a lot of cards of speaking the truth around some situation, and the energy you're showing up in is this overindulgence. So I don't know. So let's look at the unknown and the unexpected. You've got your King of Cups at the top, crowning it. Hierophant, some type of commitment. So you're making a decision around some type of commitment to higher learning. It's a classic card of marriage. Guess what? It's a number 5 card. 5. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fives already. Do we have any more? No, but you got 2 10s as well. Lots of change and end of cycles going on here. So some type of commitment with a King of Wands who has possibly made you feel like there's been some loss. This is about another person, it seems. Cancer, Leo, right? There's your lion. Hierophant's the Virgo. So maybe you're a Virgo. So let's keep going. I'm just trying to get a feel for what's going on here. Some loss around this King of Wands. Some choice around commitment. Some choice around commitment brought you sadness and pain, but you're trying to walk away from the pain. 2 10s. No, 3 10s. We actually have 3 10s. 5 5s and 3 10s. Wow, you. Lots of stuff happened. No wonder you're indulging. Maybe you're emotional eating because this is a lot. This is a lot of change because you got the wheel here as well. You got 10, 10, 10. 10 of swords, 10 of cups, 10. The wheel is the 10 card as well. All right, I'm getting ahead of myself because I can read these both ways. And sometimes the message this way is just as empowering as this. So let's get back to this unknown, unexpected. So some type of commitment, maybe with this King of Wands who's maybe not in his integrity, or maybe he's resisting this commitment and that's why you're sad, or that's why you're feeling lost. And resistance to some transformation here, resistance to change. So there's a lot of change in your reading, but there's resistance to that transformation. This transformation is about a truthful communication, whether that's you speaking or someone else. I think it's you speaking your truth in some way. I don't think this is somebody else speaking truth to you. I mean, it could be, so you'll know. You tell me in the comments, let me know. All right, let's move on, because we're going to clarify after this as well. I love this layout. This actually, I feel like I get a lot more information this way. Might continue forward doing it this way. So anyway, just believe me, I'm on my third reading and they're lasting pretty long, so I'm getting a little punchy here. This is your blockage column. So the block is around communication, right? It's around communication, your throat chakra. So you may need to do some throat chakra work. If you're not sure how to do that, just comment below and I'll give you some information on how to do that. I teach yoga as well. So your blockage is, there's been some pain that you are trying to walk away from, you're trying to release, or opposite is you could be hanging on to some pain. That could be the blockage. You're hanging on to the pain around some decision that had to do with commitment. What's very interesting to me is that right next to your pain card, being in pain and holding on to pain, is your Ten of Cups. Complete wish fulfillment, you know, sitting together on the rainbow, enjoying life, having everything you need, happy family, happy life, happy home, happy children, happy pets, you name it. Got the rainbow. So I'm jumping ahead again, but right next to each other, blockages. Wheel of Fortune, the change is a blockage. Change around leaving the pain behind over some Ace of Cups situation that didn't come to fruition. It's in the reverse. So could it be that maybe there was a marriage proposal or not? Maybe you said no, or maybe the proposal didn't come in. Maybe King of Wands didn't change in the way you needed them to, which led to this death of the relationship, a transformation of the relationship. It didn't lead to this new emotional beginning, because that's in reverse. So your blockage showing up as pain, resistance to change that's faded, that's destined, around this brand new beginning, this emotional beginning. So your blockage is, or it looks like it may be around some love relationship. Something that's made you feel like you need to indulge to feel better. In the outcome and the outcome and advice. It's a combo of two, advice and outcome. So yeah, well, I totally forgot that this was at the bottom of the deck. So you're feeling out of balance about, this has got to be a love relationship. It's what it's seeming like at this point. If it's not, maybe it's some other type of relationship with a father figure of some kind, a fire sign father figure. Because, you know, this higher learning card, this is about belief systems too. So maybe there's some other situation that has been in transformation, that has felt controlled in some way. That's a totally different storyline. I better not go there, otherwise this is going to be an 18-hour video. So let's keep on this same track, okay? Outcome and advice. Remember, the giveaway is about equal give and take, especially as it is related to communicating with others and communicating with yourself. 10 of Cups, man. Outcome and advice is you will receive your 10 of Cups if you listen to the advice. So there's a need for transparency and truth here. That is the key, right? There's also a need to accept change, to not resist change. And then the King of Cups shows up. This could be you tapping into your own emotional welfare and healing. Could be another person showing up. We'll get more information. Could be another person showing up for you that it has emotional intelligence. Someone who is not your King of Wands. He's not got any player energy of any kind. He's not deceitful, controlling, manipulative, or gaslighting you. So those are some things that may have made you feel so lost over here. Showing up in your final outcome card over here in the corner is your Nine of Swords in reverse. So you are trying to, it's either you're holding on to the pain or you're trying to let go. These are both swords. This is all up in your head. Emotional anguish, right? Emotional, paranoia, fear, inability to think clearly, inner turmoil, negative self-talk, something that affects your self-esteem. So here it is. So in your outcome card, my friend, you're coming up with negative self-talk that affects your self-esteem, but it's an opportunity to begin your healing journey. So your healing journey begins with the truth, transparency. You got to tell yourself the truth, and whoever else is showing up in your reading. I think this is Capricorn Aquarius. What if it's you? I think there's somebody else involved, but I think this is also about communicating. I think they're always multifaceted. I think the truth needs to be told all around, especially to yourself. These are limiting beliefs and fears. Limiting beliefs are fears, but you're stuck in them. You're stuck in the pain, you're stuck in the fear. And this reading is saying, gotta get clear on the truth of the matter. Tell yourself. So if you're wearing these masks, if you're wearing any mask, it's time to sit down and take a look at yourself. Okay? And I'm not judging you. Please don't think that. Because anybody on a spiritual path, which is what I'm on and what I think you're on, has to unmask themselves. I have spent the last 10 years unmasking myself. I used to lie to myself. I didn't even know I was doing it. You may not even know, although I think you're beginning to know here in this Page of Swords. You're beginning to know that you are this self. Let me go ahead and clarify, because we haven't clarified yet. My God, I'm acting like this is over, and it's not. I want to clarify. I won't be surprised if the Seven of Swords shows up, because that's self-deception. It's deception from others as well, but so is Nine of Swords, right? It's mindset. What do you call it? I'm sorry, I'm starting to have trouble talking because I've been talking so much. But you get some water after this third pile. In fact, I may have to stop now and get some water. Let's see. All right. How many more shuffles, please? Okay. The clarifications have really been helpful. I could stop it right here, but I think the clarifications in the past two piles have been great. Really, just kind of hitting the nail on the head kind of feeling. So you may be holding on here. So we've got the Four Pentacles. Holding on. So there's some choice. Are you holding on to possibly some type of commitment here? So I'm clarifying between this card and this card. So between the Two of Pentacles and the Hierophant, some choice around commitment. There's a holding on. Goodness gracious, these cards have a lot of energy. I was moving on to clarifying the Five of Swords and the King of Wands. And there needs to be some healing between this feeling of loss and this King of Wands. If this King of Wands is you, it's you treating yourself in a very controlled and manipulative way. Again, self-deception. But this could be somebody else. There may need to be some healing between you and this King of Wands, and that could come in the form of forgiveness. But the Star is also a wish fulfillment card. But I really feel like this is talking about healing right now. Please clarify the energy between the Page of Swords and the Death card in reverse. Pentacles showing up between the Page of Swords and the Death. The card of abundance. So some communication, some new communication, some idea here around transformation brings abundance. Some new idea around transformation, about embracing some new idea that you're starting to embrace this transformation, turning it from reversed into the upright brings you abundance in all things, not just money, but it brings you an abundant feeling as you start to recognize that you've been lying to yourself. And the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So letting go of, so maybe there's been a little bit of a lack mindset here as well. So that's also another limiting belief, right? So if there's been some lack mindset, like where you feel like depleted, left out in the cold, what's the word I'm looking for? Destitute. So if you have feelings of like you don't have enough money, because you got two cards of Pentacles showing up, so there might be a new idea. So you might be accepting the idea around the fact that you may have a lack mentality showing up. Oh my. I hadn't even moved over here yet, but Spirit is actually ahead of me. It did this in pile number 2 where Spirit started answering questions I hadn't even asked yet. So up here, 10 of Swords, 10 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is showing up in reverse. This is a return of something or someone. And possibly this return of something or someone, maybe to give you an apology, maybe to offer you their cup in some way. Someone returning, possibly to bring you that 10 of Cups feeling. Maybe it's a situation, maybe it's a person. Now, could be maybe some type of reconciliation. Can you clarify the 6 of Cups, please? It's the first time I've clarified the clarifier. Holy shite. I clarified the clarifier, darling. And you got the Hierophant again in the upright. Both cards in the upright. You might possibly be making a commitment with somebody that brings you your 10 of Cups. Is it this person, this King of Wands, or maybe it's this new King of Cups over here? Maybe this is someone you haven't met yet. And it's possible you have. In fact, I don't think you have. If you have, you don't realize that this is your... You might be getting... I mean, I'm just going to say you might be making a commitment to this person. Whoever that is for you. And I don't think it's this King of Wands over here. I think there's forgiveness needed over here, maybe of yourself. Maybe you're just needing to forgive yourself here. And forgive them. I mean, if there's need for forgiveness, right? You first, them though. Too many cards, please. Wheel of Fortune, changes in the air around this King of Cups. So you may be destined to meet this King of Cups. This may be a water sign, right? But I think it's Cappy in Aquarius officially. I can't remember what the traditional version of the King of Cups is. The cards are coming out in weird ways, so... Okay. So the Wheel of Fortune. Being clarified by the Three of Cups. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what was going on. I was trying to feel the energy of this. Three of Cups. So the Wheel of Fortune brings celebration. I kind of don't really like the Swords in reverse, because that's about authenticity and truth, right? So maybe this is just that you don't trust. You may not trust this new person coming in. It's actually meant to bring you celebration, but there's with this Ace of Swords in the reverse, I feel like you're distrusting this relationship. Can you clarify, please? What? I mean, maybe you distrusted it because of what happened in the past with this King of Wands. Gosh, there's a lot of freaking energy flowing out of these cards. Can you clarify why there's I think we know why. I don't think we have to clarify that. Let's get the clarification between the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Swords, please. Ace of Cups and the Nine of Swords. And there's a need to tell yourself the truth. There's a need to stay in your authenticity with that Ace of Swords in reverse. And again, that Ace of Swords in reverse is saying the same thing to me. Tell yourself the truth. Unmask yourself. Nine of Swords showing up with the Eight of Swords and the King of Cups. The King of Cups showing up again in the reverse. Again, I think you distrust. I think you're going to be overanalyzing, overthinking this King of Cups coming in. You're going to keep it's like you're keeping yourself imprisoned and blind to it. It's mental. It's all mindset. It's all disbelief. Again, very distrusting of this King of Cups coming in. So let's ask, what are the King of Cups intentions? Goodness, cards are coming out like... So to end the conflict around... To end conflict around wish fulfillment. It's almost like a really backwards way to say, to help you... Can you please clarify one more? To help you move beyond your own internal conflict to move into wish fulfillment, which you don't believe in it. It's like you don't believe you can have wish fulfillment, even though you got 10 of Cups here showing up. Can you please clarify? Okay, there it is. So yeah, the Lover's showing up. You don't trust it though. It's showing up sideways. Page of Cups. Isn't this the second Page of Cups? Or is it on? No. That was the last reading. So an offer of love, an apology, someone younger possibly. Some clarity around this love offer. So what's coming is, even though you distrust this offer, there's some distrust around this Lover's coming in. This could be a twin, this could be a soulmate. Because you also have the Ace of Cups over here in reverse, and I think that's you resisting. Again, this is you resist. Your block is you're resisting this new love coming in. Maybe hanging on to the untruths of the past relationship. Does that make sense to you? Please comment below if it does. Well, you're gaining some clarity. It's like in the outcome, in the final outcome, you're starting to believe that this new love offer could be the real deal. Okay? So we definitely have to move on, because I don't even know how long this has been. I got one more to go. Here is your limiting belief card. Ending with the limiting belief usually sums up the whole reading perfectly. Am I focused on what I want most? And when we're lying to ourselves, we're not transparent with ourselves, you're probably not. So let's look and see what this says. One reason a few of us achieve what we truly want is that we never direct our focus. We never concentrate our power. Most people dabble their way through life, never deciding to master anything in particular. Tony Robbins. Today's soul action. What you focus on grows. Today, ask yourself, is my life a reflection of my values, or do I need to make adjustments? Prioritize. I think this is so much around what you think. Because I'll tell you, one of the best pieces of advice I've ever gotten from a soul, I got advice from a spiritualist I went to many years ago, and she left my homework when I left her. She pretty much tore me to pieces. But in a way that made this is why I'm bringing her up. She brought me clarity and truth around my own masking, about how I was lying to myself, how I felt like a victim. And in fact, victim showed up in, was it pile 2? Feeling like a victim, victim mentality. Also overindulgence showed up. She tore me a new one around playing the victim. I left there crying. But I tell you, it was the most transformational meeting I've ever had with anybody in my life. I'd do it again. If I had to do it again over, I would do it again over. In fact, I would go back to see her now, years later. At first, I was like, I was so overwhelmed by the truth that she told me about myself that I couldn't recognize without somebody coming in and telling me the truth. So you might possibly have someone coming in to tell you the truth. And this could be somebody not even related to King of Wands or King of Cups. It could be a trusted friend, colleague, bringing you a new idea to help you transform and to help you to not be resistant to the new love that might be coming in. And she also told me, so the reason I started that story is because she said to me, your homework is stop focusing on what you don't want. And when you're all up in your head in the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Swords, that's your thoughts. That's your thoughts holding you back. I was going to say sweetie, but I'm trying to resist saying it. It just comes out sometimes. Look at you, all up in your head. You're trying to walk away, or you may be resisting walking away. It's time to get out of the head and into the heart. Lots of thoughts holding you back, and that involves unmasking and finding some truth. So if you're focusing on what you don't want, focusing on the fear, I'll never have what I want, I'll never have what I want, I'll never have what I want, I'm stuck, I'm trapped, I'm trapped, I'm trapped, I'm trapped, I'm blind, I'm blind, I'm blind, I'm bound, I'm bound, I'm bound. You keep thinking those things over and over again. We receive what we believe. If you believe this, you receive it. Believe me, I'm preaching to myself as well. My favorite new mantra is I choose my thoughts wisely. Okay, you got to choose your thoughts wisely. So focus on what you want, not what you don't want. I want freedom. I want to be loved in the way that I deserved. I want equal give and take in communication and everything else. I want to feel content. I want to live where I want to live. I want to do the job I want to do the job that I love. I want to have friends that feel like family. Those are the thoughts. I desire these good things in my life. If you keep talking about in your own head the things that you don't like and don't want, then you end up with more of what you don't want and what you don't like. And then you start indulging. That hedonist archetype shows up for a reason. It's because we start to try and numb the pain by eating too much or drinking too much or doing drugs. I mean, no judgment. I've been through all of that myself. I've done it all. No judgment at all. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, would like to learn how to work with your mindset and changing that into a positive mindset, I'd be happy to help. I've got workshops that I've created for just that thing. I teach yoga and meditation. I teach chakra work. So just feel free to comment below. And if you do, you'll be automatically entered to win a free reading with me. So do it. All right, you. That's all I have for pile 3 today. On to pile 4. Have a great day and thanks for being here. Pile number 4. Ow, as I hit my leg. You got the baby conch shell from the Turks and the Caicos. In pile number 2, the shell actually came into play into the reading. Don't know if that's going to happen this time, but I do feel like there's something that has to do with like these two. This reminds me of like, you know how a baby's skull isn't completely fused? I can't remember the time frame of how long it takes to actually become fused. So it's like maybe the beginnings of something, or the new birth of something, or the baby stages of something. I don't know. It may or may not show up in the reading. Sometimes I get the messages and sometimes I don't. So let's see what happens. So here's how this is going to play out for us. Pile number 4. Archetype card, we're looking at that first. Came in the reverse. So I'm looking at the shadow attribute for it. And this is the energy you're showing up in this reading. It doesn't mean it's all the time. Right? This could be a phase, like in pile number 3. I felt like they were going through a phase because they came up as hedonist. Who wants to be a hedonist, right? Everybody! Anyway, I'm a little punchy. Pile number 4, been talking a lot. If fact, I need to see what timestamp you are, but well, I'll worry about that later. You don't have time for that. So in the reverse, the shadow attribute of child, magical, pessimism, depression, and disbelief in miracles, believing that energy and action are not required for growth. Okay. Maybe you feel that way. Maybe you don't, so let me know. If you don't, maybe you're in your light attribute or you're teeter-tottering between the two. Seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. That's interesting because I took a peek at your cards and you got the beauty way. So beauty is showing up twice in your reading already. And I think those shells are beautiful. I don't know what that means to anybody right now, but I can't help myself. Something about that shell. Oh, child. Remember I was saying like the baby's skull, how the joints fuse over time because they're not completely fused to allow the brain to grow? How do I know this? I don't even have children. I'm cracking myself up right now. Something to do with child here. So are you feeling slightly pessimistic, depressed right now? Are you disillusioned right now, feeling like the miracle you were promised hasn't showed up? Feeling quite stagnant and feeling stuck, maybe. Like your growth has come to a halt. Maybe that's how the energy you're showing up with today. That doesn't mean it's always that way, but you know what? I need to clear the energy from pile 3. Hold on just a sec. It just really helps to kind of get the energy ready for your reading. So that really helped on pile 3 because I was getting a stuck feeling from them too. So we got 4 piles that we're going to work from here. This is going to be the energy that you're showing up in, right? Which is child magical, first and foremost in the reverse. Not reversed. Poised. You're showing up as poised. Sorry, you need to see these. Again, I'm a little punchy right now after 3 readings. 48 card breaks down to a 12 for numerology. 7 card, 7 of Pentacles, yes. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting what I'm supposed to be telling you here. This is this is present energy. This is what is unknown or unexpected coming up for you. This column will be your blockages, what's holding you back. This is the 34 card, the Ancestors card. So you've got 2 7s in a row, 7s in numerology. Deal with spirit, spiritual matters, spiritual path, spiritual journey, maybe connection with spirit. And this breaks down into, so that's a 3 card. That's working with spirit as well. The Beauty Way showing up as in reverse. It's a 4 card. 4s are about foundation. All right, so let's talk about these. Let's talk about these guys. Showing up in your present energy as poised. Very, very much the feel of getting ready to, like you're preparing for a new chapter, right? I actually would like to look this card up real quick because I think there's a nugget about this card. But yeah, just like I said, you're planning, you're getting ready to try something new. You're feeling confident about it. That you're ready. It's a card saying you're ready. You're ready. You're in your energy of being ready. I'm not sure how it's applying here. Let's see. To believe that anything is possible. So maybe you are more in your light attribute here, possibly. Maybe some pessimism is going to show up somewhere else. We'll see. We'll see where that shows up, if it does. The 7 of Pentacles is showing up in your what's unexpected or unknown. So seeds being planted, and so the flowers are already growing. So normally in the 7 of Pentacles, you've got to wait for the flowers to grow. There's a pause. What might be unknown is that your flowers might already be blooming. You're going to be rewarded for your efforts. You may need a little patience, right? So it's interesting that the flowers are already blooming. To me, it says reward. You're going to be rewarded. So you're ready, you're planning, you're getting ready, you feel ready. You're seeing beauty in all things. I think we're leaning towards the light attribute up here. This is positive. I love this. What is blocking you? This is I'm going to pull tarot as well. What's blocking you is the Ancestors card. Oh, you know what? Hold on just one sec. There's a connected card here. The number 10. Bear with me. So it's connected to the wheel, right? The wheel of change, the wheel of fortune. So in this particular deck, they connect the cards to the major arcana. And this is about wheels of change. Yeah, definitely. It's connected with Jupiter. I'm not sure what's going on with Jupiter right now. I'll have to check that out later, but I'm not up on that today. So change for sure. Change is in the air, and that's already suggested in the poise. I'm getting them ready to go. Change is about to come in. It's unknown. It's unexpected. Your block or blockages, ancestors, appreciation, and healing. So is it possible there's some generational or ancestral wounding that needs to be dealt with? So what's showing up here is there may be some repetitive circumstances or issues that are showing up, maybe that play out over and over again in your family history, and maybe they're showing up for you, and maybe that's where the shadow side of this card starts to come in: pessimism, depression, disbelief in miracles. Because this can be anything from infidelity to broken marriages, failed businesses, poverty. So these ancestral woundings and stories can show up in a variety of ways, and there's a need here to acknowledge, forgive, and show appreciation and gratitude for the ancestors, the ones that have come before you, even if it's been a painful type of journey. There's some healing that needs to be done. And it's for your future generations. It's to heal what you know is unhealthy, whether it is, an addiction of some kind, or can show up in a lot of different ways. And just remembering that you're a product of this ancestry. Yeah, just a need for appreciation and recognition and forgiveness, and the beauty way. I think I actually would like to read this because it's a short passage. It's in the reverse, so you're going to get the medicine message. I do love this card. And notice your flowers are showing up again from this card over here. I think that's significant. Of course, the dragonfly is on there for transformation. So the medicine for you is stop trying to fix relationships that you believe are broken. So very much ties to this ancestor card, right? Recognize that things are exactly as they need to be in this moment and acknowledge the inherent beauty in that. When you understand this, you will be able to bring about the change you want. Do not engage in gossip about the darkness and flaws of others. Be careful not to be seduced by the superficial beauty of a project or relationship you are toying with, unless you are willing to pay a price for it. So there is, again, a similar message of honoring and recognizing, acknowledging the inherent beauty of your ancestors. And it's staying away from the smack talking about it, my aunt so-and-so, she was always such and such, and the blah, 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 da, 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 da. So it sounds like maybe a little bit of some generational family wounding is showing up for you right now. Even though you're ready to embark, you're planning to start something new, and it's going to produce for you. It's unknown, unexpected. A need for gratitude, appreciation, and forgiveness, for sure. Because this is your block right here. But your outcome is there's a new so this is outcome or advice. This did I say that earlier? So the advice is stop trying to fix relationships that you believe are broken. Right? Sometimes some things aren't fixable. So we'll get more. Let's get more information, right? We need more here. So let's get more. Okay, put you here. Alrighty, everybody's got the white seers. Let me do a little shuffling here because I've used this deck and the other deck I'm going to use for both the last three piles. So I'm going to make sure they're well shuffled. Remember to leave comments below if you want to be entered in to win a free reading with me. 2 winners have already been announced for Leo season. It's up on my wall. It's like a really short, it's not even a minute and a half video. It just tells you who the winners are for Leo season, and I'll be pulling 2 more winners for Virgo season. So at the end of Virgo, we'll be pulling. What date that is it September? We're in September now. September. Oh my gosh, I'm so crazy. 20th maybe? 21st? It's always somewhere like the 20th, 21st. My memory's shot at this point. I'm surprised my mouth is still working. This is the longest video I've ever made. But this pick of cards has been very in-depth. Very in-depth for September. So these are the energies in September, and I don't think I've even repeated that in the last 3 piles, but since I've got time and I have to shuffle these cards, I might as well say it all. These are the energies for September and beyond September, right? Towards the end of the year, but mostly for September. Right? But, healing, if there's any healing that shows up, that takes time. That's not going to be a month. That's going to be months. Sometimes it takes years. That's not to be discouraging, but if there's ancestral family wounding, that can take some time to work through. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm doing that work right now with my family. So are my family members. They're doing that work too. Okay, guess what? We're about ready to go here. Let's cut the cards. And let's see what we got here. In your present energy, again, this is mirroring already. Mirroring this energy, your forward movement. You're ready to move. You are standing in your power, in your Queen of Pentacles. Let me pull this out because now you're not going to be able to see anything. Your 3 of Pentacles in reverse. We'll talk about these after I lay it all out, okay? Let me make sure you've got room here so you can see them. You've got 3 of Cups in the unknown, unexpected. Queen of Wands reversed. You got Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Uh-oh. Friendship's gone awry, possibly. We'll see. You've got the Tower at the bottom of your unexpected unknown. Oh, this is interesting. 10 of Swords showed up in this exact spot in reverse in pile number 3. I don't know if that means anything at all, but maybe you want to watch pile number 3. Death showing up in the reverse. And Wheel of Fortune showing up here at the bottom. 2 of Pentacles. So again, this is your blockages. This is your expected outcomes and advice over here. 10 of Cups showing up here. 10 of Cups also showed up for pile number 3 in the last column, but a different place. 7 of Pentacles showing up again in the reverse. This is 7 of Pentacles up here. And notice too, the connection between the Wheel of Fortune, and now you've got the Wheel of Fortune down here right next to the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And you've got the Sun in reverse. If you're going to have something in reverse at the bottom of the deck, let it be the Sun. Because that just means clarity's going to come soon. It's not going to last for very long. And forward movement in the Chariot might be some need for some internal investigation, self-exploration, something returning from the past, causing a little confusion, and you might be taking a leap of faith around something fair, something just, something balanced. So interesting bottom of the card read there. I like the Sun at the bottom of the deck. So let's talk about this. All right, so in your present energy, your Knight of Swords, you're ready to move forward. You're running. Can you see him? You are running towards whatever this new thing is for you, or whatever you're poised to do. Whatever you're planning to do, you're running towards it. You're moving towards it. You're standing in your integrity and your foundational. You're like, I am abundant and I know it. I got this. All right? You're taking care of yourself. You're badass right now. Three of Pentacles showing up in the reverse at the bottom of this in your present energy. So let's see what. So third party, could there be something about not working well with somebody? Difficulty working with someone else, possibly. Maybe you're being a little resistant to listening. Is there any selfishness showing up? Possibly with this Queen of Wands. So is this a friend? Is this a family member? Is this a partner? Or is it just you showing up in another way? But since we got this Three of Pentacles, I'm wondering if there's something. Did you have an ego clash of some kind? Pentacles versus Wands. So somebody might have had some type of idea or vision that you weren't in agreement with. So something about working with others. So maybe this something is stalling. Like you're feeling good here in your present energy, but there's something that stops you here. And it seems like it's some type of partnership or a need to work with someone else that's not working out so great, possibly. And right next to it, you have the Tower and the Wheel. Holy crud, you've got lots of change. Let's see, let's do a numerology check. We got 7, 7, 4, 3, 10, 2, 2 tens, another 4, 2 queens, the Towers, now here's your 7. Tens are 3 tens, another 7, 4 sevens, 3 tens. So changes and endings of cycles, transformational energy here. So in your present energy, okay, we've already talked about this. You are on a high here. You're moving forward. Something stops you here. It's a little bit of maybe it's a disagreement with someone. Maybe. Let me know in the comments. I'm very nosy. Would love to know how this resonates for you. So let's talk about the unknown and the unexpected. So your seeds that you've planted are already blooming, and they're going to bloom beautifully. Look at the beautiful flowers. So whatever this thing you planned for, you've already planted the seeds. And this, if you got 3 of Cups right underneath it, it's going to be a celebratory time with friends. Another 3 card showing up. So is there some type of 3-party situation here? And that could be like a business. So you own a business with a friend, your partner. So the business, you, and the partner, that's a triangle. That's 3-party. So is this about a business? I'm saying that because Pentacles are showing up here. And this is going to be a celebratory. This is unknown. There's going to be something to celebrate. Something's coming to fruition here, something you planted the seeds for. Queen of Wands, why is she not in her integrity here? Why is our Queen of Wands? So, Queen of Wands and then Tower. I'm working through this energy. Bear with me. So if this is somebody else and it's not you, I'm going to go with the scenario that this is some type of business or partnership, and maybe there's been a falling out of some kind. You're not working well together. Maybe there's some jealousy, or one of you wants to take a risk. One of you wants to just go for it, run after it, and the other one doesn't. They're more cautious. Maybe you're the more cautious one because you're Pentacle, right? That's very earth sign. Wands are usually the flashy, fiery, creatives. Maybe there's been some dishonesty here. If this is you, maybe if this is you, it could be just a lack of self-confidence. So if this is in third party, although there are 2 3s, so it makes me feel like there is a third party of some kind. Maybe it doesn't resonate for everyone. If this is just about you, it's just about working on your confidence, right? It's interesting that it's showing up underneath something coming to fruition for you. It is panning out because you're celebrating it. And again, the only thing that seems to be like, we'll talk about the blocks here in a second. We'll get more clarification after we read these cards. So some type of tower happens, possibly between you and this other queen. Okay, not gender specific. It could be a man, right? You could be a man. It's either vice versa. Whatever it is for you, however this works out. The story is the same. It could be a friend. It could be a family member. Some unexpected. So here's your unexpected. Something shocking. Some shocking change happens here underneath the unexpected and the unknown. Something coming that you don't quite expect. And it has to do with this Queen of Wands and whatever this new endeavor, this journey is about, whatever this new business might be, if it's a business or just a situation of some kind. So some change happens here, some sudden change. What's blocking you, we talked about it earlier, is maybe your partner is a family member. And maybe that's why the ancestor card is coming up as a block. Maybe those issues are showing up in your relationship with a family member, causing sudden change or sudden falling out, possibly. Sudden falling out. Underneath your blockages, you have a lot of pain involved with this ancestral wounding, family generational wounding, possibly past life carrying wounding from past lives. The death and the rebirth card is showing up here in the reverse. So, so you got, look at this. You got the Tower, the death and rebirth card, and the Wheel of Fortune. You are in for some serious change. I hope it doesn't scare you, but lots of change, lots of change. So the only thing, so this is about clinging to the past, fear of change, right? I just said there's lots of change, and I said maybe you're afraid of the change, and here it is saying, yeah, you might be afraid of the change. Sentimental attachments here, possibly. Maybe you're mourning the loss of someone here. Okay, I'm just going to throw it out there. It could apply to maybe 1 or 2 people, maybe nobody at all, but maybe someone has passed. Someone has passed on, possibly. I'm not saying that's for everyone, and I'm not sure how it plays in, other than there's so much change happening here. I mean, it's fated, destined change. I mean, this is not change this is change that's needed, but maybe change you don't want, and maybe change that's so unexpected. That's why I'm saying there could be a death. And I don't predict death. That's not what I'm trying to do here. The death could simply be the death of a situation, the death of a business, the death of a partnership, the death of a friendship, changing. And we'll talk more about, and what's interesting is we got this 10 of Cups over here, so there's still wish fulfillment happening, and Sun over underneath, so maybe some clear resolution at some point. So you've got walking away from pain, a lot of pain. Maybe a resistance to change and some fear around this change. And then destined, like the wheels coming in to change it no matter what. And these are blocking you, so it's the fear Swords are fear. This in reverse is fear. Change is coming regardless. So there's a need to accept it, right? Like Beauty Way, cannot accept, I mean, you cannot change some things. So if you're trying to change a person that's maybe a family member, it's maybe an act of futility, because what's coming, so this is your, this column is expected or possible outcome and or advice or both. So a resistance, so some difficulty with some decision around possibly money, brings the 10 of Cups and the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So why is that 7 of Pentacles showing up in reverse? We have it in the upright up here. This is your outcome card. So 7 of the Pentacles, as far as a timing card, because I consider this card a timing card. 7 are pretty long term. Where's my pages at? Sorry, I've got a timing sheet that it's like a cheat sheet. A timing cheat sheet. Oh, here it is. Pentacles usually indicate a long-term kind of thing. So, what is happening here? Why is the 7 of Pentacles here in reverse? And we're going to clarify here in just a second, so bear with me. Yeah, it's encouraging you not, so the advice here is to not give up before, don't give up before you see your flowers bloom, because they are going to bloom. It's faded. Sudden change is bringing in faded change. Shocking change that it's, and you can't go back. Once the Tower shows up, there's no going back, and it's not healthy to go back if you do go back. Faded change. Don't give up before you get to the finish line. Don't lose faith in your goal, because you're poised and you're excited about moving forward. Something kind of gets stuck here. Maybe it's a falling out. Maybe it's an actual death, a death of a person, or a death of a relationship, or a death of a thing. Some frustration that there's a pause here. But the 10 of Cups is here. So let's clarify, because we really need to clarify. Let's see what, so I'm going to clarify the energies between these cards and these cards. So let's see what we got. Between the Knight of Swords and the 3 of Cups, please. I'm going to shuffle for a few rounds here, because devil keeps wanting to show its face to me. I may be dealing with some temptation of some kind. I don't know what that's addiction, or I'm going to revisit this. Pessimism, depression, and disbelief in miracles. This is not, you do not seem to me to be in this shadow attribute, unless it shows up after whatever this sudden and powerful change is. This is sudden and powerful change right here. Sudden and powerful. Something about this devil wanting to show its face. Maybe some conflict. Let's see. So Knight of Swords, 3 of Cups, please. What's going on there? What is the energy between those two columns? Between the known and the unknown. All right, one more shuffle and then we're going to... Yeah, this keeps wanting to show its face. 5 of Wands in reverse. So conflict. Seems to be conflict between wanting to move forward and celebration. So internal conflict showing up here. Again, the 10 of Swords is showing up. So it's just... it is putting an exclamation point on. There is definitely some type of painful, maybe family situation that has caused a lot of pain and indecision. Too many cards, please. Please clarify the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. What is going on between the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands? Oh gosh, deception. So what came out is deception, or the 7 of Swords, another 7 card. Yes, another 7. Lots of 7s for you. You know what? Hold on a second. There's something I want to look up for you. There's so much to know, but 7s have a significance, right? Let's see if I have that. Do I have that with me right now? May not have it. No. Let's see. Come on, girl. Sevens. It means you're on track. It's a miraculous number, and your star guides give you all the approval you need. So sevens are a number of encouragement through spirit. But there's been some deception here between the queens. So if you're both of these queens, it's self-deception. If it's somebody else, which I think it is, there's been some, maybe even some backstabbing here, manipulation. But you're seeing it. You're wise to it. You've done some contemplation about it. You're shining a light on this deception. And maybe that's what has caused this tower moment. Have you shown your light on the deception and it's pissed somebody off? This Queen of Wands in reverse, possibly. This Queen of Wands who may be deceptive. Can you tell me what the intentions of this Queen of Wands are, please? What is the intention of this Queen of Wands? What are the intentions of the Queen of Wands, please? Oh my God. The intention of the Queen of Wands is the Queen of Wands in reverse. Same card, same exact card, same position in reverse. This is probably a manipulative person. Possibly, I hate to say this, and again, it may not apply to everybody, but maybe somebody wanting to do you harm, and this may be a family member. I'm sorry, the messages are coming up. They're working their way through me, and I'm feeling like a little bit of not a great feeling from those double Queen of Wands right there. A little bit of witchery, a little bit of black magic, and maybe not. What's the word I want? What's this word? Not in reality, but figuratively speaking. I mean, it could be realistic. It could be somebody working black magic on you. I've had somebody try to cast a spell on me, and for a while, that Ten of Swords wants to come out again. Man. Whew, lots of pain. This person really stabbed you in the back. Wow, this person really, this card it keeps wanting to show. I keep splitting. This person caused you a lot of pain. Wow, I'm so sorry. A need for patience, a need to... Ooh, so sorry. Yeah, clashing interests. So temperance came out too. Disharmony. Polarity, impatience, a need for moderation. So a need to balance out. So there's a need here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is savable. I don't know. Their intentions do not seem to be... You're probably having to be very patient with this person if they're still in your life, if they're still causing problems for you, which it kind of looks like they are still causing problems for you. You're going to have to really tap into, to your God, to your... If you don't believe in Christ, if Christ is not your thing, but that Christ-like, that Christ-like way, what would Jesus do kind of feeling. And if it's not Jesus, pick another name, what would Buddha do, right? In this situation, you have to alchemize it. You have to be the bigger person here. You have to be the bigger person. That's clear. Because you're exhibiting like spirit type energies, like you're on a spiritual path here. All right, please clarify the Three of Pentacles and the Tower. Wow, this is not a turn I expected. I did not expect it at all. I'm trying to connect that shell message I got at the beginning. Wow, Three of Pentacles and the Tower is Ace of Cups, some brand new emotional offer. Someone's offering you a huge cup of love here. Is this this reminds me of the olive branch. Is someone offering you An olive branch here. Someone offering you their cup of love here? Or are you offering someone, are you offering this person your cup of love? Please tell me the intentions of this cup of love. What is this cup of love about? It's a bringing on a tower. It's maybe you're trying to work this out with this Queen of Wands. And okay, so this is the card of truth. So what I just said is true. You're trying to work this out with this Queen of Wands person who's caused you a lot of pain and distress. You're trying to offer your cup of love to them, but it may not be. It brings on this tower moment. It brings on some type of shocking ending. And this card came out to say, yes, that's true. It was confirming what I said. It's a sword of truth. Additional advice for our viewer about offering this cup of love. Six of Wands, that it's not going to be victorious. So I think it's a cautionary, just a cautionary how you approach your Queen of Wands. Can you give any additional information on how they should approach? Another ace. Got two aces here. So it's a new beginning. So they want you to get creative. They want you to get creative. Because this is a passion thing. You want to make, there's a duality here. One message is there are things you cannot fix sometimes. There's some relationships you may not be able to fix, and it may be an act of futility. But they're saying if you want victory here, you're probably going to have to get really creative on how you try to offer this olive branch. And doesn't this even look like an olive branch? It's got the little... Let's see. Wow. Can you offer any more advice on how to get creative with this offer, please? Any more advice, please, on how to... Oh, wow. It's kind of like, nope, stop asking questions. That's all they need to know. They need to get creative. They have to tap into their own creativity. Is that what you're saying to me? I think so, because, yeah, the cards do not want to come out. So let's move on. Clarify. Ten of Swords. Two of Pentacles. This pain has caused you a lot of indecision around some financial. And Death card again in the reverse. Again, fear of change. Five of Cups. Regret around sadness and regret. There's some change around sadness and regret. So this is severe, like brought you to your knees kind of pain. Some transformation around that sadness and that regret, showing up between those two cards. So you're choosing to transform how you feel about this event, this painful life experience. And maybe it's not just one experience, maybe it's many experiences, because look at all the birds on that card. 10, right? Interesting. Whew. This has been the most powerful read so far. I mean, goodness gracious. It's really got me feeling, I don't know. I can't think of a word. Let's clarify. Death. 10 of Cups. Two tens. So ending this, you're choosing to end this cycle. You may be, I haven't got the Six of Swords or the Eight of Cups yet, but I think you're choosing to end this cycle with this Queen of Wands, who's been very hurtful in some type of endeavor that you've tried to do, partnership, you've tried to work together on something. All right, please, 10 of Cups and the Death card. What's going on? It's a Death twice. Definitely, you're so trying to transform something here around the Emperor. So, yeah, control, Aries. You can't control death. You can't control endings. This cycle's going to end. And that's what the Emperor is saying. There is no way you can control. This is going to move forward no matter what. And the Two of Cups is showing up. So another choice showing up here. And it is the Lover's card, but this does not seem like a love reading at all. Number 3, I think was. Number 2 might have had some love as well, but this is not. I think this is about a family member, honestly, or a good friend that feels like a family member. Another choice showing up. A choice to choose love. Love over the conflict. Oh, love over the conflict, and then you get the Lover showing up. You're choosing love over conflict. Then you get the Lovers, Gemini. That's really interesting, because I did not think this was a love reading. The only thing what's coming to me now is maybe you're a same-sex partnership. Maybe you're gay, homosexual, or some other transgender identification. I don't know. Let me know. Let's see how it resonates. Some partnership. Again, this is partnership, right? Maybe you feel, oh. Are you twins? I mean, not like the love twin flame relationship, but are you twins? Like, are you a twin? Were you born a twin to someone? And this twin is the one causing you a lot of pain. You love them dearly. I don't know, that's just another scenario flowing up. We've got a lot of stuff going on here. I would really love to know. I'd love to hear your comments on this. So, okay, let's get a final card here, please, between the Wheel, this change that's coming. So, a need to harness your energy. A need to harness your energy around this change, like to get a handle on this, because it's coming. It's coming. The change is coming, and whatever we are poised to do, the thing that you want to run towards, with or without, and maybe it's going to be with, almost feels like reconciliation. Is it? Is this reconciliation? They need to harness their energy around this change. Harness their King of Swords. Someone, you're going to stand in your integrity. You're going to work hard. Sorry, you can't see those. To speak your truth here. You're going to work hard to walk away. You're going to work hard on speaking the truth and letting go of feeling like you've been left out. You really want the truth to come out here. You're working hard at unveiling whatever deception has gone over here, and trying to not feel like you're trying not to hang on to that feeling of being left out in the cold, but it also could be you're working hard on your scarcity mindset. I think that came up before, or was that was that pile 3? It could have been. Victimhood. Again, victimhood showed up in, was it pile 2 or 3? Oh gosh, Rose, my memory's gone. You're working in your integrity to let go of resistance, fear, victimhood, any self-worth issues. It's the light at the end of the tunnel kind of card. All right. Any final questions here? Can you tell me more about the Lovers and the Two of Cups? What is that about? What is that about, please? Can you give us some more? Nothing's flying out, so maybe that's it. I think maybe you already know the answer to the question. King of Pentacles showing up here. Now we got a King of Pentacles and a King of Pentacles. Got the Queen of Pentacles over there. So you might have a counterpart coming in. I just need to make sure. So this could be another message here of that you do actually have love coming in, and you're the Queen of Pentacles. It's your King of Pentacles coming in, your counterpart's coming in. The only thing that's going to, the worry, so the message is that you have self-limiting beliefs around this person, or limiting beliefs, sorry. Some fears, some self-made boundaries. This is Wounded Warrior, so you may be viewing this new person through the lens of a past love person. So maybe this is about a love relationship coming in for you, a King of Pentacles. What is that, Taurus, Earth signs? But your boundaries might, you're going to be a little cautious at first. Nothing wrong with that, but don't block yourself off completely, right? You've got, your experiences are from the past, and we looked at everything through the past. We never did anything, right? I feel like these are unrelated. I feel like this over here is unrelated to this. I feel like this is actually a love relationship coming in here at the tail end of your reading, after you've had a lot of familial trauma or drama. And nothing else is wanting to come out. But remember, the sun is at the bottom of the deck here. That's temporary. You've got change all over your reading. Let me get a limiting belief card for you. Well, it looks like a tornado. Does your life feel like this table looks right now? None of the other piles look like this at the end. They were all very organized. So maybe you're, in the beginning, you feel very organized, but then towards the end, it feels like a tornado. So I'm not sure. Let me know. What if it was easy is your limiting belief card. It doesn't have to be hard. Call in the universe, the stars, the angels, and all the powers. Find the solution. Would you take the next step if it were easy? It's time to expect ease. Call in grace and receive guidance. You are supported. Today's soul action. List 10 possible ideals for your soul's current calling. Lean into ease. It's here. You just have to say yes to it. So yes, familial falling out, new love coming in, lots of resistance and fear of the change that's coming. And yet at the beginning of your reading, there is, like, you're poised and you're ready to go. You're standing in your power. There's celebration with somebody. No, it's not easy, right? But what if it was? What if it was? So this is around your soul's purpose, right? So here's like how I want to wrap it up. It seems like you're poised to begin something new. Like that's going to be abundant for you. And this scenario may or may not resonate. You may partner with somebody, whether it's family or not. Falling out, change, possible death of something. Lots of pain incurred by this third person. A need to harness your energy to dissolve your fear around change. And then on the tail end, we've got maybe a little bit some love relationship coming in, which I think may be disconnected from the original message here. So, interesting read there, pile number 4. All right, I got to end it there. Thanks for being here. See you soon.